Hi guys, before we start the video, I just wanted to say this was heavily inspired by speed typing's video, Vielle versus Josh. Just wanted to get that clear. Make sure to subscribe to speed typing. He does great content. With that said, let's get on with the ultimate speed match. So for today, our three contestants are these three people. Lesirh, who goes around 170 to 180 words per minute on average, and has a high speed of 204 words per minute. He has the lowest high speed of the group, but he is very consistent and has over 20,000 races. And as you can see right here, he will be showing us his perspective on this speed match right here in this tab, right here. Now we'll move on to our second contestant, who is Vielle. Vielle, it was for the longest time on the top 3 leaderboard for the fastest racer of all time, with an average speed of around 180 to 190, and has a high speed on his main of 217 words per minute. He also has over 30,000 races, and on his alt account, he has a high speed of 224 words per minute. He is on average the fastest typist on Nitro Type, who is also very consistent when it comes to races. Our final contestant is Josh, who's recently been getting on the scene, fast typist. He averages around 160 to 180. Right now he has an average of 158. With a high speed of 224, and he is only 13. He was one of the youngest speed typists, and he's very active as well, and consistently breaks his high speed. So he might not have 224 as his high speed for long. He's only 13, so he really is a Nitro type prodigy, in my opinion. Those are our three contestants, and we shall show the perspective of Lesirh, and we also have clips of Vielle. We were not able to get Josh's perspective because his recording died during the speed match. To race number 1. Best out of 13 wins. That's basically the rules. 13 races between these three, and whoever gets the most wins, wins the honor of the fastest typist. Well, not fastest typist, but wins the speed match and gets 3 million cash from me. Second place gets 2 million, and third place gets 1 million. During the speed match, Hysteria, who you may know as the person who's first in the season leaderboard, he somehow snuck into the race, the speed match, unbeknownst to me until we started the friend race. So, just want to give you guys a heads up. On to the first round. Okay, so over here we have my perspective on the race. Over here we have Lesirh's perspective, and over here we have Vielle's perspective. Alright, so let's get to the ball rolling on this. Okay. So, Vielle and Lesirh, they are off with a very strong lead from Hysteria, actually, who is taking a lead even though Lesirh and Vielle are going 180. But that quick burst of speed slowly runs out as Lesirh is around 160, but Vielle is going much higher. He's going much higher. And 186, 187, he's going bursting. He's trying to in Lesirh, he just falls short. As he falls short of that, and Vielle, he takes the first point with, well, if this thing isn't lagging. As we can see right here, we could see the placements full screen. Unfortunately, Josh, he actually got disqualified, I believe, and because he forgot the race started. Yeah, he must have been doing something and didn't know the race started. So that is the first point for Vielle with 188 words per minute. And Lesirh getting second place with 177. Hysteria getting third. I'm getting fourth, and Josh getting fifth only because he disqualified because he was caught off guard when the race started. Okay, that's the first round, and the first point goes to Vielle. Round as we see how this goes. Josh, it's very unfortunate we didn't get to see Josh's perspective, as he does very great in these first couple of races, even despite the very head start that he didn't get. Okay, so they're off, and Lesirh and Hysteria are tied. Josh is taking a big lead, probably averaging around 190 as Vielle slows down. But Vielle is starting to catch up, Lesirh is slowing down as well. They're going around the same speed, 170, 160. Oh, but Vielle is taking. Josh uses a nitro, but it's not enough as Vielle continues to burst. Lesirh trailing behind, and as Vielle. He makes that very crucial mistake, Lesirh, on that last period right there, as you can see. And Vielle takes the victory, as we can see. Right. To see the race results. Alright, as we can see, Vielle, he had won with a 182. Lesirh, he got 173. Josh, he started choking at the end of that race, near the end of the race, which allowed Hysteria to get into third place position. As Josh, he gets down to 166. Josh, I don't think it was him who used the nitro. I think it might have been Hysteria, but that I am not sure about. So the next point also goes to Vielle. He has 2 points. Can anybody catch up and beat Vielle? Let's find out in the third round. For round 3, let's see who wins this time. Alrighty, and they're off, and Vielle, he chokes, and it's a 140 as everybody's close. Even I am myself got very close there with over 130, but he slowly gains as Lesirh, no one's competing with him. He is 190, 180. Josh is slowly starting to catch up. Oh, and Lesirh, it looks like he's disqualified for that one on accident. Due to most likely due to some recording issues, but Vielle there, he just destroys the competition once more, as we can see fully on screen as I finish this race. These texts are very long, like 40-second texts for me, but to them they're just normal amount of text. So Lesirh got disqualified, so he got last. So believe it or not, Josh, he did not do too well. As I look on his account to make sure, yeah, he did get disqualified for that race. Josh, getting third place. This wasn't too good of a race. Vielle, he choked at the beginning part, but he slowly picked it up at the end. And maybe if Lesirh did not disqualify, as we can see here, if he did not disqualify, he could have possibly have won the race. He could have. But it's not likely. As you can see right here, him going around 140, 160. Vielle was around going 180 after he messed up, and then he used that nitro, which really got him that much farther away. And I think Lesirh might have disqualified due to so many mistakes. As you can see there, he just kept messing up and slowed down. So I think Vielle had it in the bag. Hysteria was really the only competition he had. As Josh, he also fell behind a little bit. Still pretty impressive. I got myself a 110. The beginning of the race was pretty even between all 5 contestants, including myself, because while they were choking, I was going as fast as I can, and them going slow is around me going as fast as I possibly can. So yeah, we got some 130s on camera for myself, which I don't know if that's happened yet, but it did. Vielle wins again with 3, and let's see, can anybody topple him? Let's find out in the 4th round. On to the 4th round. Let's see if anybody can even touch Vielle at all and get as many wins as he is right now. He's on a streak. He has 3 wins. Let's find out. Okay, and off they go. Lesirh looking strong. All of us looking strong. And as I start to choke over here, they are going at it. And Lesirh and I believe that is Vielle. Yeah, Vielle, Lesirh are going pretty well. Even Vielle uses a nitro. Ooh, he gets a burst of 202. Lesirh is doing pretty well as well, but he's slowing down to a 170s. As I am also not doing too well myself. As he keeps going. Oh, Vielle chokes a little bit at the end there, but it's just enough to stay ahead of the other contestants, as we can see right there. As we can see, Vielle takes the win. As we can see right here. So the stats were Vielle won with a 186. Josh, he actually somewhere, even though he was choking a little bit, he still was able to beat Hysteria and Lesirh. Everybody was pretty evenly matched. Excluding myself, everybody was only 12 words per minute difference. When it comes to fast typing like that, 12 words per minute can mean a lot or it can mean a little. But in this case, I would say it's very close. Alrighty. Vielle, he's on a streak. He has 4 wins. Let's see, can anybody challenge him? Let's find out in round 5. Round 6, as we can see, Vielle, he is at a 5 win streak if I believe, and can anybody stop him at this point? It's not going to be a 3-way tie at this point. Let's find out. Can anyone beat him in this race? Let's see. Okay, and they are off. Lesirh choking as well as Vielle, who was going pretty slow, but he's starting to catch up now. Josh is taking an early lead with a good 180. Oh, but he chokes there, but he comes back strong. Vielle not doing too good here. He's only going 160. Oh, Lesirh, he just disqualified from too many mistakes, as you can see right there. Very unfortunate. Vielle, he kept going and going. Butterflies. And Josh, he's just trailing behind as Vielle takes another win. Alrighty. And unfortunately, Lesirh kept making lots of mistakes here. And he just disqualified. It was not a good race. He was going 150. And that's not a good race for him. Not in the slightest. As we can see, it was very close near the end. It didn't look like it. But it's because, even though there was a 1 word per minute difference, the reason why Vielle got an entire second over Josh was mainly due to that one nitro in the middle of the race. That was the deciding factor between victory. Yeah, I believe that this is the 5th round, and Vielle has won 5 rounds. Can anybody beat Vielle at this point? Let's find out. Poor Lesirh, he warmed up before this, but he just can't keep up at some points, and he just has to disqualify, even though this is the speed match. But even if you get disqualified, we're still counting it against you. So we have that. On to the 6th round. Can anybody beat Vielle? On to the 6th round. Vielle with 5 points, with nobody else winning. Let's see, will this be the race where somebody finally defeats Vielle? Let's go ahead and find out. Okay, they start off. Lesirh looking great, going over 190 it seems, but he's dropping as Vielle is starting to catch up. Josh is tying with it, but he's choking, it seems. Oh, and Vielle, he had some problems and could not finish. That's what it seems that happened here. Lesirh keeps on going, 176, but he chokes, and Josh takes the lead from him really quickly. As we can see here, Josh, he takes the lead in that one. Alrighty. As we can see now, as we can see here, how Vielle, he disqualified because of a glitch, it seems, and allowed Josh to take the lead with 177. Lesirh, if he didn't make that one mistake, it seems, right here, right there, transmission failure. If he didn't make that one mistake, Josh might have not won that race. As you can see, it was between 0.8 seconds, 0.85 seconds that Josh beat him by. Even though Lesirh used a nitro, those words cost valuable time and made the difference. Lesirh could have won if it wasn't for that. And it seems Vielle being disqualified allowed somebody to take the lead from him. Josh has finally gotten a win, it seems. And does this mean that Josh may beat him? Let's find out. This is the 6th round. Josh with 1 point and Vielle with 5 points. Let's find out in the 7th round. On to the 7th round. Let's see. Josh has gotten 1 point and Vielle has gotten 5. Let's see if this streak, Josh, is this going to be a streak? Let's find out. Okay, they're off. Ooh, he just doesn't care about accuracy, but he's just going as fast as he can. Vielle being pretty consistent at 100% accuracy. Lesirh is lagging behind. Josh and Vielle are slowing down but both at the same pace. I am not doing too well myself, but Josh just seems to be slowing down, but now he's trying to catch up, but it's no use. Vielle is going over 190. Lesirh used nitro in a desperate attempt to win, but it does not happen. As we can see here, Vielle won with a very impressive 197, I believe. As we can see right here on my screen right here. Vielle, he got a 197 words per minute. Lesirh got 189, despite with that desperate attempt to use a nitro to win, but Vielle was just bursting way too fast. He used it, but it just had no effect on it, despite what he might think. Josh did very, very well as well, but he lagged behind a little bit there. Hysteria and me just did average speeds, but they really tried really hard for this speed match because it is a speed match. Vielle takes another point with 6 points. Josh with 1, Lesirh with 0. Let's see. That is how the 7th round is gone, and let's see. Go on to the 8th round. You already know it's 7-1 to 0. Let's see if there's any changes. Ooh, it seems Lesirh's. Oh, it seems to restart. Well, hold on. We should get Lesirh's perspective because apparently his video recording stopped right at the start of a race. We'll get back right to you. On to the 9th round. Let's see who wins this time with Vielle having 8 and Josh having 1. No, Vielle having 7 and Josh having 1. Let's see how this will play out. Okay, off they go. Lesirh having some mistakes. Vielle, Josh, and Hysteria doing well. Hysteria uses nitro. Josh, he must have gone through that word manually and got slowed down significantly. Lesirh's lagging behind a lot. He might disqualify. Oh, and there it is. He disqualifies from the race. And Vielle, he keeps going strong. Josh, he's going behind. That nitro really costed him. As Vielle keeps going at a very good 186, I believe. Another victory for Vielle. As we can see, here's the results that'll be shown on my screen in just 3, 2, 0. Okay, and here it is, the result. Vielle won with a 185, Josh with a 180, and Hysteria with average speed of 157, me with a relatively slow 102. Accuracy-wise on this race, not everybody didn't do too well with the lower than expected accuracy on this race. Josh especially, because he didn't use that one nitro, as we could see right there. Another point for Vielle with 8 points and Josh only having 1. On to the 10th round. The 10th round. Alrighty. And they are off. Lesirh taking a strong burst. But Vielle catching up as well as Josh. Lesirh going back and forth. Vielle uses a nitro. He isn't doing too well. 160, 170. Josh, he keeps going as he's beating everybody else with an average of 180, I presume. Lesirh using a nitro in a desperate attempt to go, but it doesn't work. Vielle falling behind. Ooh, no, that's Hysteria falling behind. Josh, he keeps going at a burst of a 170, 180. Vielle does not do too well in this race, as we can see here. Lesirh, not even worse, disqualifying, in fact. That wasn't good for Lesirh or Hysteria, as they both disqualify, leaving it up between Josh and Vielle to take over. And that is what they do. Vielle and Josh. As we could see here, 162, 182. It was pretty lopsided as Vielle started choking near the end parts right there, as we can see. Oopsies. As we can see right here. See that last part? Vielle, he's staying 180, but then he starts choking really badly as Josh takes the lead, as we can see right there. Okay, that's for the 10th round, guys. Josh with 2 points now. As we can see, it was pretty lopsided. Biggest difference of this whole speed match was in that race, with a 20 word per minute speed difference between the first place and second place. Alright, and with that, we go to the 11th round with Josh having 2 and Vielle having 8. 11th round, and as you can see, he just want to mention this. Vielle, he did not have audio in his video recording, but that does not mean he didn't have no sound. That does not mean that at all. In fact, it seems he was listening to music right here. As you can see, he turns up his volume. Just want to note that little detail right there. Let's get on with the 11th round. And off they go. They're all, Lesirh, Josh, and Vielle all going pretty good. 150, 160, good bursting. Josh is lagging behind there. Hysteria is actually taking a lead, but Lesirh and Hysteria are going at it. Oh, but Vielle takes it as he bursts and keeps bursting over 170. Almost gets to 180, and he wins and gets a reward for that. As you can see, coincidentally, he got an achievement. Most likely it was I'm not sure which achievement that was, like which achievement number that was for the season, but so we could see here the rankings. Right here, Vielle gets 179, Lesirh 168. Hysteria and Josh are actually tied with speed, but Hysteria actually used a nitro to get ahead. This was not a good race for Josh. He really choked and stayed there at that speed. Really, this was not a good race for him at all. Especially also as well as accuracy wise. This was a pretty moderate race, if I had to say so myself. But I'm not a speed typist, so what do I know? Yeah, Vielle with 9 points. Josh with 2. That's the conclusion of the 11th round. Let's get on to the 12th. On with the 12th round, let's see how the outcome comes. And off they go. Me taking a quick burst right there, but nothing compared to them. Him going over 212 right there. As you can see, this is a very good race for all of them. Lesirh 190, but all of them going 190. Hysteria going 180, going over, bursting a huge amount right there, almost going over his high speed. Briefly, he gets a 208 word per minute, which is very, very impressive from all these types. If you could see right here, Vielle, it seems if we look closer, he actually bursts past his high speed. So let's just quick closer look at this. 203, 215, 219. and they deteriorate 210, 208, 210. He consistently stays in the 200s throughout this entire race, beating his high speed on his main account at least for a tiny period of time, going 219 words per minute. That is perhaps the fastest speed I have seen in general. Despite other than the video that Chak made of 236 words per minute, that was very, very fast. And this is, in my opinion, right here, as you can see, this friend race, I've never seen this many speeds this high with this many people in a friends race. This is really the fastest race I've seen when it comes to words per minute. And as you could see, Vielle got 208, he won, but everybody did great in this race. Lesirh with a 194, which is, if you see Lesirh's, if you look closely, his best is a 206 words per minute. But if you look closer, he actually beats it, I believe, for just a couple seconds. 201, 199. He drops a little bit. 200, 208, I believe. That was a 208. I could not see clearly. Check that over again. No, I believe that is a 200 at most. Yes, this is 200. Yeah, he gets to 203 at the most in that short clip, I believe. But yes, everybody did great in this race. Josh as well. Lesirh and Josh were pretty close. Hysteria as well, getting close to the high speed that Hysteria holds is 198. 181 is very close to that speed, especially considering the average of 150 that Hysteria currently has. Me, on the other hand, 117. It's not the best of races. It's not overly good like they did. It's decent for a recording at least because there's lag, and it's pretty fast for me on a recording to end with a race like that. But of course, nothing compares to the speeds that are shown right here, of course. And that is the 12th round. Now for the 13th and final round. Correction, last round was round 11. This is round 12. I just want to make that quick correction. Alright. Uh-oh. Hold on. We got some discombobulation for a sec. Come on, unpause. Alright, there and they are off. Ooh, starting with the very fast speeds. 214, 215, 212. Lesirh beating his high speed temporarily right there. 205, 206. Josh is just disqualified. Hysteria is going very fast as well. We will never know, but he's going over 180. He probably beat his high speed in the middle of that. We 90. He started to choke right there, going down from a very impressive 200 words per minute down to this. Very impressive as well. Why don't we see Lesirh's again real quick? 204, 207, 209. That's beating his high speed of 206 right there. Just for at least for a short little bit right there. Going 199 as he keeps going. He starts to choke a little bit just like Vielle, but he's choking much harder than Vielle. And he's already used his nitro. Ooh, that napping right there. And it did not do him well as he starts to keep choking. 181. A good race turns into a mediocre race for him. Why don't we look at Vielle's again? See, these both go over 200 words per minute. Because he starts very strong with a 100% accuracy. Goes over 203, 208, 215 at the highest, as you can see right there. But he chokes right there and went down to 198, 200. As you can see, and he keeps messing up, and it's going down, getting him down to 190s. He slips into 180s for temporarily, but he stays at 190s, and that's where he ends the race off with. As we can see, very impressive race from both of them. Hysteria too, very impressive race. I don't know if that is impressive for you or not, but why don't we take a look? And Josh, he just disqualifies before the race even starts. As we can see, 194, 181. Now, on first glance, you might think there was a huge difference, so it was in the bag, but it really wasn't. It was just down to those few couple words right before the text ended. 171, very good for Hysteria. 111, pretty average, fast for me. Josh disqualified. That is the 12th round, and now we shall get into the last and final round, round 13. We are on to the final round of these, as we see these champions of speed face off one more round. Now let's observe this round. And they're off. Ooh, starting not too good, but Lesirh is starting to catch up, but Vielle and Hysteria and Josh, they're all around the same amount, as you can see, but Vielle is taking an early lead, 196, 190, 197, doesn't quite break 200, but is still going pretty well. Lesirh is lagging behind with the 160. Josh, and Hysteria are pretty old, but Lesirh, he had to disqualify in the final race, as Vielle keeps going and wins with a 193. And he doesn't even waste any time looking at stats. He goes straight to the next race. As we could see, I don't know how there's still a couple more minutes to that. Alright, as we can see, ooh, hold on. Looks like I pushed it very early. And Vielle, as we could see, Vielle, he gets 1 word per minute less than he did last race, I believe, 1 word per minute. Oof. Ooh, I clicked that thing quickly. Alright, hold on. Let me show you that. I just have to show the right timing. I quickly end the recording very quickly. Now. I missed it. Oh. Well, hold on. Oh, I did on the next try. He gets Vielle gets a 193 using that 1 nitro. Right, as we can see right here. Let's take a look at it. Josh and Vielle are pretty close in this one, as you can see. They're both going around 190, 180. But Vielle uses that nitro, which gets him ahead, and then he bursts as Josh chokes but Josh actually accelerates faster, but it's just not enough to catch up to him in time. It really isn't. Poor Lesirh, he disqualifies that race. I don't know. He must have messed up a lot. I believe he did. That's what happened. He kept messing up. 160, 150 is not really good for somebody of his average typing speed. It just stopped right there, so he disqualified from that race. It makes sense. I believe that is the final race. I have no idea why this one still has several minutes left to it. I believe these two, both of them, were waiting because they lost track of how many rounds. I actually lost track until I had to check back. I had to pause this recording and check back to see that. So yes, that is the ultimate speed match. Both 13 rounds between Lesirh, Vielle, and Josh. Lesirh did not get a single win, despite being very close on numerous occasions. Hysteria was technically not part of the not technically part of the competition. Somehow, Hysteria just snuck in with one of her accounts. That was funny because she accounts shares. He or she accounts shares. Josh, he wins twice. One of them was when Vielle disqualified, and the other one, Vielle just messed up a lot. 20 words per minute difference, as you can remember there. He chokes as Josh gains the lead. Vielle, but despite those losses, Vielle is the ultimate speed match champion with 11 wins. It was no competition. Now, I am under the personal opinion that had Josh gotten more warm-up time and didn't have all the lag and recording issues, I believe this would have been much more of a fair fight, much like in Speed Typing's video, where they actually, in his video, it's very much closer than it is in this one. But just like in Speed Typing's video, Vielle won, and that makes sense, honestly, because Vielle has been a speed typer on this website longer than most speed typers have been around, and he has an average of 180, 190. If you could see, you see on the Hall of Fame, you can see that on the Hall of Fame. Let me just pull that up real quick. Yeah, he has a 191 on the Hall of Fame average, and he is generally, on average, more faster than Josh. But Josh is increases his speed much faster than Vielle is, which means that if we did this competition maybe a year later, Josh could completely smoke Vielle. But that is unknown. Currently, Josh is slower than Vielle as well as Lesirh. But his high speeds, he keeps getting new ones despite this. So, Vielle, you win. Congratulations and good job to all of you guys. You guys have achieved speeds I will never achieve in my life, or will never achieve in years. That 159 Josh got, which was the slowest speed in this entire speed match, other than disqualifications and Hysteria speed, which doesn't count. I could probably achieve that like 2 years, but even that's unlikely. But as the highest speed was 208 words per minute, which honestly is the fastest speed I've ever seen in a single race I have ever been in. So, props to you guys. Props to all of you guys. Very impressive. I shall send you guys your rewards right now. In fact, right now. Alrighty, thanks. Thank you guys for watching this video. This video was pieced together by this was planned out over the course of I've been having it back in the mind since I saw that speed typing video of his. And Vielle, Josh, and Lesirh had this set up. They all recorded theirs, even though Josh's lagged a lot due to and deleted itself during all the chaotic lag. I'm hoping maybe like months later we do a part 2, but that is unknown. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, make sure this is going to be premiered, so yeah.